Electric cars have become cheaper, but nobody tells you what really weighs on your wallet after the purchase. And no, we're not talking about insurance or vehicle tax. The real villain, the one many only discover when it's too late, goes by the name of battery maintenance. Sounds like an exaggeration? Well, know that just a small thermal problem in a lithium-ion pack can cost the owner between $5,000 and $15,000. It's like buying half a new car, only with the look of routine maintenance. And, unlike changing a spark plug or brake pad, working on an EV battery involves sensitive technology, sealed systems, and hours of specialized labor. And the most curious thing is that many people still believe that the battery will only have problems after about 10 years of use. In practice, a failure in the temperature sensors or irregular degradation between the modules is enough to trigger a red alert. And then, my friend, you either replace the module or the car will be out of service for days. The liquid cooling system that protects the battery is complex. Tubes, pumps, coolant, and sensors that need to be in perfect harmony. Any noise in this system, and the car can literally shut down for safety reasons. And when the bill arrives, the shock comes. Sometimes the problem isn't even with the complete package, but the way the systems were designed forces the technician to disassemble everything, open industrial seals, and recalibrate sensors. In many cases, the time spent just opening the system exceeds 10 hours of service. In the US, this already represents a hefty cost of use $2,000 to use $3,000 in labor alone. And that's if the part is even available. In overcrowded authorized service centers, some owners have waited weeks for a simple module. This is where the big turning point of 2026 comes in. The emergence of a new battery made with aluminum ions. Tesla, which until then had heavily relied on lithium, is testing this new composition that promises to be a game-changer in maintenance. This is because aluminum-ion batteries don't require as much intense cooling as traditional lithium. This changes everything, from weight and cost to durability and repair time. For those who want a car that doesn't become a dead weight after the warranty expires, this battery is a game-changer. Before anyone says it's just empty promises, it's worth remembering that Elon Musk himself has indicated in internal meetings that the new generation of batteries needs to be designed to last longer than the car itself. In other words, there's no point in launching cheaper models if, in practice, the owner ends up paying the difference in maintenance costs. Tesla's logic seems to be changing. Instead of selling cars and parts, the focus now is on reducing after-sales friction and increasing resale value. A car that lasts longer, causes less trouble, and depreciates less? It sounds like a dream, but it's closer than you think. To understand the revolution this new technology can bring, we need to think beyond the battery itself. Consider its real-life impact: less downtime, less money spent on parts, more confidence for those buying used vehicles. This changes how the market views electric vehicles, and of course, it affects competing automakers who are still stuck with the old lithium-based model of replacement and disposal. Now, what no one expected is that this change would begin precisely where the pain is most felt: after-sales service. This is where Tesla wants to surprise, using a technology that, until recently, was considered unstable or unfeasible for automotive use. But if there's one thing Tesla's recent history has taught us, it's that they aren't afraid to break paradigms. And when they succeed, the market follows. And it's no exaggeration to say that, if this battery succeeds, the biggest cost of EVs could simply evaporate. What makes this new battery so special is not just its promise of durability, but its heat resistance, something that changes everything in the automotive engineering game. While lithium-ion batteries start to sweat above 200 degrees Fahrenheit, aluminum-ion batteries remain stable up to 300. This means that even in hot climates, heavy use, or fast charging sessions, the system remains stable, without that delicate dance between sensors and coolant. And when you eliminate the risk of overheating, You also eliminate a good chunk of the costs and headaches. Imagine a Model Y, for example. The battery cooling system alone weighs over 45 kilograms. That includes pumps, ducts, heat exchangers, specialized fluid, not to mention the sensors. All of this is essential to keep the current battery alive. But with aluminum-ion, much of this structure can be eliminated. It's not just a matter of cost, it's a transformation in the vehicle's architecture. Fewer parts, less weight, fewer points of failure. The math gets quite interesting, and this change has a ripple effect. When you take 100 pounds off the car, you gain more efficiency. This means that even if the new battery has a slightly lower energy density, the vehicle can maintain a competitive range. Furthermore, without the extra components, manufacturing is simplified, which can further reduce the final price. It's the kind of solution that doesn't just solve one problem, it improves everything around it. The most curious thing is that the very nature of aluminum ions facilitates this thermal performance. The internal chemistry of these cells is more stable, with less risk of thermal propagation. In other words, if one cell overheats or fails, the risk of this spreading to the others is much lower. This alone changes the safety game. And with less chance of chain failure, less need for containment structures, insulation, or internal shields. This allows the car to be lighter and yet safer. Tesla has already signaled its intention to leverage this feature to redesign the structural pack, taking advantage of the freed-up space. It's as if they're killing two birds with one stone. More performance with less complexity. For those looking to the future, this paves the way for simpler, more modular EVs that are even easier to mass produce. And when we talk about heat, we're not just talking about the weather. The heat generated by the battery itself during use, strong acceleration, intense regeneration, fast charging, is one of the biggest culprits in degradation. Aluminum-ion cells can absorb these peaks more easily, without collapsing or triggering premature alerts. This means less activation of emergency systems and a longer real lifespan for the battery. Another interesting point is the impact on hidden costs. Many owners don't even realize that the cooling system is consuming energy and requiring its own maintenance, with fluid changes and periodic inspections. Eliminating this system also reduces expenses over time, something that is rarely factored into the purchase price, but becomes apparent later. And for those who plan to keep the car for many years, this type of accumulated savings makes all the difference. Ultimately, what's at stake here isn't just battery efficiency. It's the possibility of completely transforming the concept of a reliable, inexpensive, and long-lasting EV. And the thermal resistance of aluminum ion could be the first brick in this silent revolution. It's as if, finally, we're seeing a battery designed not only to impress at launch, but to remain robust, silent, and inexpensive for years. While thermal stability is already noteworthy, the durability of these batteries takes the conversation to another level. Lithium-ion batteries, which dominate the market today, begin to show clear signs of wear after 1,500 or 2,000 complete charge cycles. For most people, this seems distant, but in practice it means that, after a few years of intensive use, the range begins to noticeably decrease. Aluminum-ion batteries, on the other hand, are showing something in laboratory tests that completely changes this logic. Tens of thousands of cycles with minimal degradation. Even bringing this to a realistic, more conservative automotive scenario, achieving between 5,000 and 7,000 complete cycles would already be a huge leap. For someone who drives between 12,000 and 15,000 miles per year, this pushes the battery's lifespan beyond 300,000 miles. In simple terms, it's as if the battery ceases to be a consumable part and becomes a permanent part of the car. And here, to be quite honest, this solves one of the biggest anxieties of those thinking about buying an electric car today. Because, deep down, many people aren't afraid of the electric car itself, but of the day the battery dies. This ghost has always haunted the market. The idea that, after a few years, the owner would have to choose between paying a fortune or changing cars. With a battery that lasts longer than the vehicle itself, this equation simply changes. The car starts to age due to its suspension, interior, and onboard technology. No longer just the battery, and this has a direct impact on depreciation. Today, many EVs lose value rapidly as they approach the end of their battery warranty. The used car buyer looks at that car and thinks, "What if the battery fails me?" With aluminum-ion batteries, that question loses its power. If the battery is designed to last for decades, the perceived risk decreases. And when the risk decreases, the resale value increases. It's that simple. Another little discussed detail is how this durability changes the owner's behavior. With lithium batteries, many people avoid charging them to 100%, shy away from fast charging, and always drive thinking about preserving the battery. With a more resistant chemistry, this paranoia decreases. The car starts to be used like a normal car, without the constant fear of shortening its lifespan. This improves the user experience in a way that no technical specification sheet can show. And there's more. A battery that lasts for more cycles also better withstands extreme use. Ride-sharing drivers, fleets, delivery companies, all these profiles demand much more from the battery than the average driver. For this audience, aluminum-ion can be a game-changer, making the cost per mile much more predictable and lower. It's no exaggeration to say that this could further accelerate the adoption of commercial EVs. In practice, what Tesla seems to be aiming for in the second half of 2026 is something bold: to remove the battery from the owner's list of concerns. When that happens, the electric car ceases to be a technological gamble and becomes a rational choice. And when rationality comes into play, the entire market adjusts. The next natural question, then, is no longer whether the battery lasts, but how much it costs to produce it consistently. This question about production costs isn't just relevant, it's central. Because there's no point in creating a nearly immortal battery if it remains expensive, unstable, or difficult to scale. And this is precisely where aluminum-ion shines once again. Aluminum is one of the most abundant materials in the Earth's crust. It's cheap, recyclable, and already has a gigantic global supply chain. There's no dependence on specific countries, remote mines, or dangerous extraction processes like there are with lithium, cobalt, or nickel. Today, the price of lithium fluctuates like a startup stock. One year, the value explodes with demand. The next, it plummets with speculation or oversupply. For a car manufacturer like Tesla, which plans years ahead, this unpredictability is a logistical nightmare. With aluminum, this problem practically disappears. The stability in the price of the raw material allows the company to plan, scale, and reduce costs without having to include financial buffers in its budgets. And the advantage isn't just in the price. Aluminum is recyclable much more efficiently, which opens up space for a circular model. Old batteries become raw material for new batteries. This creates a sustainable cycle which reduces environmental impact and lessens dependence on continuous extraction. And at a time when environmental regulations are becoming increasingly strict, this is a powerful card up Tesla's sleeve. It's no longer enough to sell a clean car. It's necessary to show that it's also born clean. Another interesting detail is that, due to this abundance and the maturity of the industrial chain, Tesla can secure long-term supply contracts with predictable costs. This reduces risks and accelerates the return on investment in new factories. The Gigafactory using aluminum-ion can be planned with less uncertainty, fewer bottlenecks, and perhaps even lower costs per unit produced. Let's be frank, the dependence on lithium and cobalt has a delicate geopolitical component. A large portion of these materials comes from unstable regions or countries with questionable mining practices. Shifting the focus to aluminum is also a strategy for independence and logistical strengthening. Tesla has always been aggressive in this regard, and this could be a move to further protect its ecosystem. Ultimately, an affordable electric car doesn't just depend on the price tag, it depends on the predictability behind every component. When raw materials are abundant, cheap, and reliable, the effect spreads throughout the entire chain. From the cost of the part to the final price, including insurance, maintenance, and resale value, everything aligns better when the fundamentals are solid. It's worth remembering that aluminum is already widely used in the automotive industry, including in Tesla's own car bodies. This facilitates the adaptation of factories, suppliers, and even recycling technologies. We're not talking about an exotic material that requires new mines and new machines. We're talking about something that's already everywhere, just with a new application. This change in raw materials is almost invisible to the end user, but it represents a silent revolution behind the scenes. And perhaps that is precisely Tesla's greatest asset, transforming an invisible innovation into a real advantage for the driver. When the battery ceases to be a risk and becomes a certainty, everything changes, including how people see the future of mobility. With a chemistry more tolerant to heat and electrical stress, Tesla can do something that until now seemed impossible: transform the battery into something modular, repairable, and locally maintainable. The current structure of lithium-ion batteries is anything but repair-friendly. They are modules glued together with industrial adhesives, interconnected sensors, and systems integrated into the car's chassis. In other words, if a cell fails, it is often necessary to disassemble the entire pack and sometimes even remove the car's floor to make a repair. Now, imagine the opposite. With the new aluminum-ion-based structure, Tesla will be able to divide the pack into larger independent sections, like replaceable blocks. The technician will no longer need to cut seals or disassemble everything. Instead, they could remove only the faulty segment and replace it in less than 2 hours. The impact is direct: service time reduced by up to 80% and labor costs plummeting. It seems like a technical detail, but for the consumer's wallet, it's pure gold. Furthermore, this modularity completely changes the relationship between owner and repair shop. Today, a small warning in the battery system can mean days of car downtime, lengthy inspections, and high costs, often out of precaution. Current batteries are so sensitive to variations in voltage, temperature, and charge balance that any signal outside the norm triggers a fault code. And nobody wants to risk a fire, so repairs tend to be conservative and expensive. With aluminum-ion technology, the game changes because it can withstand more abuse. Small variations don't cause a systemic collapse. The system can tolerate internal differences without needing to shut down the car or activate emergency modes. This means fewer visits to the mechanic for false causes, fewer parts replaced as a precaution, and less time without a car. And let's face it, nobody likes being stranded on a tow truck because of an overly sensitive sensor. Another point that is rarely discussed is how this modular approach benefits remote regions. Workshops that previously lacked the infrastructure to handle high-voltage batteries can now address a large portion of the problems without sending the car to specialized centers. This decentralizes support, shortens lead times, and strengthens the local after-sales market. This logistical gain also impacts resale value, especially in countries like Brazil. And there's also the issue of insurance. Today, integrated and sealed batteries are a headache for insurance companies. A slight impact on the undercarriage can mean the total loss of the car, even if the rest is intact. With more robust and modular batteries, the technical report may authorize partial repairs instead of declaring the vehicle irreparable. Fewer lost cars means lower insurance premiums in the medium term. Furthermore, this new design approach can also help combat the post-warranty panic that many owners face. Knowing that a section of the battery can be replaced quickly and independently